In Chapter 2 of Your Career, How to Make It Happen, the authors discuss what employers want. Skills fall into two basic categories. One type of skill is the job-specific skill. A job-specific skill for a medical office administration student might be transcribing medical documents. A job-specific skill for a legal office student might be keying a correctly formatted will. A job-specific skill for an office administration student might be using Access to create a database of clients for her firm and managing that database. Another type of skill is something called a transferable skill. A transferable skill is a skill that can be used in many different types of workplaces. Keyboarding and file management are becoming important transferable skills. Almost anybody now needs to be able to key and manage files and data electronically. Even a person who makes a living managing a family farm is going to need to be able to use a computer to keep records. I was reading the newspaper a few months ago and found an article in the Charlotte Observer on the subject of most desired workplace skills. In the article were the results of a survey of employers done in 2009. I've included the results and attached them with this file. It's a second file on this assignment. But I was surprised at the results, and I think you will be too when you see what skills employers wanted most. I was delighted to learn that at the top of the list was effective oral and written communication. I wanted to stand up and cheer when I saw it. I might have, I don't remember. I've told students for years that the key to getting ahead as an office assistant is good communication skills, including the ability to spell, capitalize, punctuate, and use good grammar. Hello, text editing. A good vocabulary helps too. Hello, executive terminology. I've heard students express the idea sometimes that English and text editing are just courses that they have to get through so they can take what they think are the truly relevant classes in their curriculum, those that teach the use of computer software, things like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. And certainly those are important. However, I've always believed that the most important software is the software in your head. If you can think, if you can use good grammar, spell, punctuate, if you can use reference materials to look up what you don't know about all those things, then you will have the most important skill set for succeeding in an office. And of course, proficiency in using Microsoft Word, Excel, and Access, that is important too. But software proficiency alone will not get you the job as an executive assistant with top pay if you cannot communicate well or think critically. You should be able to format a letter beautifully, but you should also be able to craft an effective letter of your own. Do your own letter writing, rather than depending upon others to dictate one for you. That letter should be free of egregious spelling, grammar, capitalization, and punctuation errors. The survey lists critical thinking as the next most valued skill after good communication skills. You need to be a problem solver. You need to be able to come up with creative solutions to problems and to communicate your ideas professionally and persuasively. In The Startup of You, Reid Hoffman and Ben Casnocha talk about pivoting, making appropriate changes in your goals and career strategies as the work environment changes. No skill will more effectively empower you to make those changes than the ability to communicate well orally and in writing.